Hey everybody, Matthew Armstrong here on day 95 of this 100-day financial freedom challenge. And this video I want to talk to you about sex. Pure and simple, I want to talk about sex. Because sex is actually a big reason for failure in the world, especially for men. Also for women, but especially for men. So men, listen in, and also talk about women and how they can shift things as well. But for men, and this is something that Napoleon Hill talked about in his book Think and Grow Rich back in the 30s when he published it. And all he said was, I think it was like number 7 on the top 10 reasons that men fail in life, that I think was sex. He wrote, I think it might have been number 7 was sex. And he doesn't go more into it. He doesn't expand on that. He just says sex, right? Probably because it was the 1930s and you couldn't really talk about that sort of stuff too much, He could just get away with saying sex and that was about it. So I'll expand on what I think he was talking about and what I experience, what I see around me. And what he's talking about is, studies have been done today, and I think the most recent study I read was every 52 seconds a man thinks about sex. Right? Every 52 seconds, average man thinks about sex. So that's quite a lot. I was thinking, can you imagine if we just thought about our inspiring vision every 52 seconds? If we just thought of something we were grateful for every 52 seconds, what would that do to our lives? That's pretty powerful, pretty amazing. And the interesting thing is that the people that have sex on the mind all the time are constantly thinking about sex. And these days, a lot of men for sure, they're on the internet. What are they looking at? Porn. A lot of guys are on the internet just looking at porn. I see it even in internet cafes. I walk past an internet cafe and some guys just don't care. They're just sitting there looking at porn in the internet cafe. I know in some countries that sort of stuff is censored, but it's not censored here in Spain, And you see guys just sitting in there looking at porn. I don't know, So, a lot of, if they took that time, because what they're wanting, what they're desiring is they're actually desiring a woman. They're desiring a woman to have sex with. But they're sitting there looking at porn, right? Because it starts to become a bit of an obsession, an obsession, right? But if they took that time to, instead of spending so many hours a day looking at porn, or however long they do it, or thinking about having sex, if they took that time to actually focus on creating financial freedom, building their vision, they'd become a lot more attractive to the opposite sex. And then they'd attract the opposite sex to them. Wouldn't need to think about sex anymore. Wouldn't need to be looking at it on the internet. Or wouldn't need to be whatever they're doing, They'd just be getting it. They'd just be getting it because they become attractive by being focused and purposeful in their lives and creating financial freedom and being that secure rock that let's be honest, most women are looking for, a secure guy. Not every woman, but most women are, who can provide for them. Most women are looking for that. So yeah, it's just a quick change in thinking and go, okay, well if I stop thinking about sex all the time and just start focusing on my vision and what I'm grateful for and taking action steps, and instead of looking at the porn on the internet, I actually started researching of how I can make my fortune online, or how I can become financially free, or how I can help more people or serve more people. If we start thinking about that instead, then it would just be attracted to us, right? It would just be attracted to us. Very powerful little switch in understanding, right? I think that's it. I think that's what I wanted to say. I think that's the point got across. How do we do it? How do we stop thinking about sex? Will we first become aware that, hold on a minute, having these thoughts isn't serving us so much. Having these thoughts isn't serving us so much. What do I really want to create in my life? What's my focus? What's my vision? And then, because if you want a certain woman in your life, you have to become a certain person, right? And when you become that person, then that woman will be attracted to you. Simple as that. On the female side of things, it's a little bit different. But if females that want to succeed in business, quite often in the past 30 years or so, since Thatcherism and all that, women have become a lot more masculine, especially in the workplace and business, stuff like that. They think they need to become more masculine. They put on a masculine mask and aren't really themselves so they can succeed. But that's not even necessary. And yes, they do succeed, but at the risk of losing their authenticity, of losing their femininity, of losing themselves, so to speak. So what women can do is much more powerfully, is just, if women just use their femininity, they're actually much more successful in business, much more successful in in creating relationships and doing business and stuff like that, if they actually use their femininity instead of the masculinity to lead with. Lead with femininity, and then they keep their authentic self, you keep your authentic self, and then you are able to succeed as well as being authentic. Okay, so I hope you got something from this video. Pretty simple stuff, but very, very important. It's definitely a big reason why a lot of guys are failing in the world is they're thinking about sex too much, and they're having too much sex with themselves, and things like that. And they're losing all their energy, they're losing their chi by constantly having sex with themselves. Someone had to say it, right? Okay, so if you want to create financial freedom in your life, you want to stop looking at all the porn on the internet and start actually doing something and attracting the women to yourself, click on the link below, join our team, and let's create financial freedom together. And I'll see you in the next video.